Let me.
Oh, Mr. Johnson, we got something fun tonight. We got something fun tonight.
You were genuinely excited.
I love all the Woodford, especially Masters collections. I absolutely love them. So. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is Whiskey Happens. That's Gary Johnson. This is Travis Martin. How's
Hey,
everybody
Travis.
doing? How you doing?
I am doing well. I think you are doing way better than me. I'm very excited to pop this cork. The 18th installation of the Masters Collection historic barrel entry, coming in at 100 proof. I think I've noticed something on tours, right? A lot of tours say most people, common practice, whatever, everyone has their own way of saying it. Bourbon enters the barrel 125. However, you've been on most of these tours with me. No one practices that. Like,
No.
everyone says they have, I think Mickers is 104. Maybe Evan Williams said 125, actually.
Yeah, they were higher. I remember that now.
But everyone else kind of plays in the middle. And I'm just like, well, who are the people that actually do it at 125?
Yeah.
And nothing against it. I mean, if you can coax more flavor out of it, coax more flavor out of it. I think that's supposed to be the point of this, is that 100 years ago, it was the common range was 100 to 110 of barrel entry. So this is returning at 100, where, I don't know, master distillers or whatever we call distillers that were in charge before were like, hey, you get more flavor if you add the water in before.
Yeah.
We're going to find out if that's true.
I'm interested because this is the first one of the Masters collection that is coming in at 90.4 proof, just like all of the majority of everything else that comes out of Woodford. The rest have been, I think I've got 118 and 128, and those have been phenomenal. And so that's why I'm interested to try this, because I've seen a lot of stuff, heard a lot of stuff of people not being too thrilled, but no one's really done a review on it. Like, no one sat down and really did an in-depth review that I've seen. It's just mainly people talking about how they don't think it's going to be as good because it's coming in at the normal 90.4. But you ready to pop it? You ready to pop it?
All right.
Come on. Oh, that wasn't bad.
Yep.
Let's let it rest for a second as we talk.
Yeah, I think a couple things whiskey fans should be aware of, as Travis kind of lightly mentioned, that this is not a batch proof. This is only 90.4 proof.
Yep.
I think that that might be a separator for a lot of people. Also, it's the 18th release of the Masters Collection, not an 18-year bottle. So this is non-age stated whatsoever.
Yeah.
I think that the 18 on the bottom is going to throw people off. The 18 on they have a nice little neck tag with some information in it. I did not read whatsoever. I'm not going to read it now. But
they went through some tasting notes, and they went through the reason why, the tradition of Woodford, and starting in 2004 with the introductory of this. And so they kind of went through all of that. It's really not in depth about the bottle as much outside of the tasting notes, but it's just about the Masters Collection. As it gives you a little bit of background on the Masters Collection. But I'm sorry, this color, as you're looking at it, I looked at it too. Yep. It's beautiful.
It's a deep orange. Some would say, what's the UT color?
Texas orange? No, absolutely not. No, we're not talking about no burnt orange up in here.
Burnt orange.
We are not talking about burnt orange up in here. But just on the nose, the funny thing is, as soon as you said burnt orange, I'm smelling it. I'm getting burnt orange. I'm getting like a toasted, almost like a toasted almond, toasted orangey, like almost like if someone was to take a toast. What are those things called? What are those brulee guns, little things called? You're a chef.
Brulee gun, a torch.
Oh, okay. Torch.
Yeah.
And you torched in orange. That's what I'm kind of getting right up the nose.
I am getting. I was thinking more so hazelnuts
Okay.
and chocolate, but one thing that should be said is like this is so I was drinking regular Woodford over the weekend,
Hmm.
and this on the nose already is sweeter
Oh yeah.
than a regular Woodford nose.
Well,
So
I
I don't know
pulled
about
out a
flavor yet.
regular. I pulled out a regular Woodford anyway, just to compare. I might do a little comparison and say,
Yeah, I would love to have actually had. I have a Woodford weeded on the shelf, but the regular Woodford is done or double oak because at the end of the day, if the injury proof is the, or I'm sorry, if the proof on the bottle is the same as the products that are readily available, that is something you should take into consideration.
yeah. I mean, I will be totally honest. If it tastes similar to the regular Woodford, and you can get regular Woodford for about 30, 40 bucks, and this was MSRP is around 120, $130. Um, we'll let you know. But
Yeah, I got it 130 tax.
let's get in that taste.
Now, this did not disappoint in sweetness.
No.
Um, a lot of that toastiness, like I'm getting brulee bananas
Hmm.
and berries, and then on the back end, it's like mint chip ice cream.
Yeah. I was gonna say I'm getting a lot of up front, I'm getting a lot of like cocoa, cacao type flavors, along with some sweetness from like almost like a little bit of honey and vanilla mixture together.
Hmm.
And then I agree with you on the back. It's spicy. It's not spicy bad like peppercorn. It's more like you said. It's refreshing. It's like when you chew like spearmint gum, and at the end, and you can get that kind of flavor.
Yeah,
That's kind of what you get. I agree with you on that.
yeah.
It's very interesting.
And then I guess it just finishes oaky for me. Um, and a light orange, like the orange really coats my tongue. But all right, first thing first, does this taste better than regular Woodford? Yes,
Yes.
I can admit that 100%.
Yep.
If you're into sweeter bourbons, because I will say that this is sweet.
I'll give you that. I mean, I'll give you it's sweet on the palate, but I would say the finish isn't sweet. Like I wouldn't say that it's like sweet all the way through. I would
No.
say it's sweet, but then you get a little bit of like you said, that oak, that char at the end, that kind
Mhm.
of bitterness that evens it out. It's definitely something though that I feel like you can drink um pretty easily on a regular basis. Like, and at coming in at 90.4 proof, it's really not that harsh. So, I mean, I will say it drinks a little hotter than 90.4 in my opinion. Like, I don't think it's that, like, I can drink regular Woodford all day. This is to me, I think kind of drinks more closer to 100.
Really?
Not that it's hot by any means, like hard, but I think that 100 is that sweet spot that really makes it taste really good and kind of gives it a well balanced flavor profile. And I feel like that's what this gives. But
Okay. I'm gonna, what is it called? Add a touche of water
you adding a scotch of water?
or a scotch. Only because you struck my interest in saying that it drinks hot. So like for me, and now I just want to know what it tastes like if it was some rocks. Nah, it's just thin.
Then yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely not going to hold up. I don't think on a cube. I think it's too light to do that. Like I said though, I don't think anything's wrong with it. I was just saying that I guess I'm comparing it to regular Woodford. In my
Well,
opinion, regular Woodford is really easy to drink, and I don't
we'll
really get
pour
a
it
whole
up.
lot
Let's
of.
see.
All right, I got
Have it
the
sitting right
special.
there.
Yeah, I know. I got the special edition Christmas one, which I'm gonna let you know right now. I was not impressed with this year's Christmas decorations for the Woodford because the last couple of years they've done this really amazing thing with it. I don't know if you guys can see it, but They do this really amazing like mural on the bottle for Christmas, and yeah, I don't know. This year was just a W with some stars around it, or it was a WR with some stars around it. So on the nose, still getting a little bit of that orange flavor, but definitely much lighter. Yeah, see, totally different in my opinion. In my humble opinion, it is totally different. That drinks like 90.4 or less. Like it's easy. Like there's no depth in the flavor. And I think that's what you get with this historical barrel entry, the Masters Collection. There's just more depth. Nothing's wrong with Woodford. I will drink Woodford all day long, just like you and I have talked about. Woodford and Makers, regular by themselves, we'll drink all day long if we're out and about, like not, just having fun and want to bring a bottle. But there is something vastly different with how they prepared the number 18. It is different. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think it's worth $130 though?
Oh no, not at all.
No. Okay.
This is a waste of everyone's money. I can honestly say that. I mean, because if you think about it, right, bottle untasted on secondary is going to go for 225, 300, right? It was where the batch proofs hang out. So
Yeah.
then you spent 2 times the amount that it costs to drink something that is marginally better than the standard product that's readily available. Like, I don't think that this at $130, if you're getting it for $130, is worth tracking down for any whiskey fan versus the regular Woodford product or the double oak, which has a lot of intense flavor for
It does.
$50, $55, and also readily available. I only because whatever the year was that they started making Woodford, they used to do this for $2 or
Yeah.
however much a pint of whiskey cost back then. So paying $130 isn't for me. Not saying it's not for some Woodford fans, because I'm sure there are plenty of Woodford fans just like I bought it. We'll buy it either way. But would I recommend it? No. You, sir?
I'll say this. I will say I would buy it again at 70, 80 bucks, 70 bucks, $69. I would buy it at $69 again. I think it's good enough for that. I might throw this on our Instagram channel. You guys have to check out. I will do a half ounce of regular Woodford and a half ounce of double oak together, mix them and see what we get in comparison to that. Cause I think that would be a really cool thing to compare. Cause I bet you anything, it'll give it that little bit of spiciness on the back end and give it a little more depth of flavor. And I wonder if that would give us something more similar to this flavor. So
could be. I mean, that's an interesting take. I wouldn't have gone there, but yeah. So you do recommend it then?
not at that price point. I recommend it, but not at that price point. So I recommend if you got the extra cash and you want the bottle like I did, because I had loved the other ones, get it. You're not going to be disappointed. It's not a bad bourbon, but if you think it's going to be something that knocks your socks off, I agree with Garrett. No, not at that price point. If you want it just because you want it in your collection, I go ahead and grab it. I think it's a good bottle of bourbon, but I don't think it's something that's I think it's a little overly hyped, but I think it's good.
This might be the first bottle this year that I've said no to.
That's okay. You know what? We got a lot more bottles to get and a lot more to drink, so
Won't be my last no.
that's true. Well, whether you like it neat, on the rocks, or in a Coke, whiskey happens, guys. Cheers.
Cheers.